It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. And big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Dolphins and the Chargers, next on Madden NFL 23.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after him.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here we go, set.
Throwing to start here is Tua.
And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're...
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. But they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. DeAndre Carter back deep. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 53 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
and got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just on hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the 1st down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a not pull it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming and converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And going deep for Hill. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
From the 24, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of touchdown, Chargers.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. They got the ball in great field position. 1 play later. Boom. End zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep.
And he stopped immediately there.
Nice play design there. The touch pass looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. It's brought in by Wilson.
Wilson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Tua. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Center's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The L.A. offense ready for this next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Nothing too fancy, just to carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. The Chargers at 500. It's 6-6. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Eckler going to get it again on about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Caught on a slant. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Eckler. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So 3 points on the board is easy to field goal that you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night, you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone. And the
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And some space here. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay gain.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll swing this out to Mostert. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
So So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up the third down. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 45 on second down. Herbert, a little short pass. This is Everett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Eckler now between the tackles.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle with Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Miami set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Tua now on first down, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, very for a solid gain.
Throwing again on second down.
Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Tua sets up to pass it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with a road victory. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely advantages in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Parker, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. On the give, this is Eckler. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 41, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Herbert on third down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. It made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Hopkins' kick is good.
And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And some room to work. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Down to kick.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
The handoff, it's Eckler. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 2 and now on 1st down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run here with Eckler. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. On the ground, it's Eckler, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now it's Herbert. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. On the gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. is in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here is Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Herbert now. A little short pass. This is he needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now there's that. Oh, no, he lost the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to punch it in with Eckler into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Touchdown! Drilled over. 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 10, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
They'll begin things here with Gaskin. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tua. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Eckler now between the tackles. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to solve this one early in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Miami's offense set and ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Tua. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's pretty difficult to sum up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have scored with 4 points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 at 7-6.